women. And we're actually doing a very good job reaching out and building our women's coalition. The second incredibly important coalition is the Latino coalition. We have got to build a Latino coalition, and as many of you know, there haven't been significant Republican rails into the Latino community. I want to include the Latino community and bring them into this effort. And you know what? There will be a huge amount of resonance here, Fred, because the number 1 and 2 issues for the Latino community is jobs and education. And that is what I speak to every single day. And so we're reaching out into the Latino community in ways that I don't think many Republicans have, with the possible exception of Ashley. But it's very important. And here's another little fact that many of you will be interested to know. If you come back to the engine of California job creation is small business. The number 1 demographic group for starting small businesses in California is Latinas. So let's reach into the Latina community, bring them into this candidacy, and make them feel a real part of what we're doing going forward. The last coalition that we have to, so I have a huge passion for building this Latino coalition. The last group we've got to enfranchise is 18 to 29-year-olds. What percentage of 18 to 29-year-olds in California last November voted for Barack Obama? Not quite that bad. 78%. So that is the most recent voting experience they have. So how can we bring them into this candidacy? And the good news is, what is the number 1 issue facing 18 to 29-year-olds? Jobs. If you are in college, you are worried you won't have a job when you get out. If you're in your first job, whether it is at a retailer or a blue-collar job, or you're starting at any number of opportunities, you're worried that you were the last hired and you're going to be the first fired. So I think we can reach the 18 to 29-year-olds with that message. The other thing I would say is I actually get the benefit of the doubt with the 18 to 29-year-olds. You might think, gee, I don't know, 53-year-old woman, why would 18 to 29-year-olds be interested? eBay. And so I get tremendous benefit of the doubt. And I also know a lot about technology. And so you will not be surprised to know that we have built what I think is the very best political website that I have ever seen. We tried to take what Barack Obama did so well and take it to a whole nother level. We've invested heavily, and this will pay dividends in information, in get out the vote, in voter registration. Because in the end, elections are won by ground troops, aren't they? You've got to have an organization on the ground, and we are using technology to help organize those ground troops. In fact, I hope to have 20,000 volunteers to get out the vote ahead of absentee ballots in June and November and ahead of the general election. And I promise you, our technology will be a huge part of that. So those are the 3 coalitions. The Latino coalition is central to that. Yeah?
Our wonderful mayor just recently did a public service announcement in Spanish for the census. Are you going to do a spot in Spanish for the election?
Yes. So we, Ms. Univision. So yes, we will be on television and on radio with Spanish language ads. The timing of which I'm not sure yet, but we think it's important as we head into the general for sure.
But that's not the question. The question is, are you personally, the mayor learned Spanish to do a spot?
So, I thought you were asking a much easier question. So I am good at high school Spanish and high school French. I took 6 years of Spanish and 6 years of French. And my Spanish could probably be brought back well enough to do an ad. Question and answer would be a huge problem.
Because, the mayor's spot is just fantastic, and people have just recognized it, and I think it would do
Okay.
for you.
Well, I'd love to talk with you about it, because as long as I could be fluent enough so that it wouldn't be, people wouldn't think I was nuts, I'd be very open to doing that. So thanks for that suggestion. Good. One more question. Way in the back.
Yes, Ms. Whitman, thank you very much. My name is Larry Westerland, and I'm the chair of the Central Valley Gubernatorial Forum. I got a little bit late, so forgive me if you've already had this question. I know Fred Reese, who sits on the board, and the mayor have probably already addressed this issue with you, and Ms. Univision earlier this year. But we would really love and need and want to address the issues that the San Joaquin Valley faces. And the gubernatorial forum, and of course your participation is is absolutely necessary and required to talk to the issues that we face. And as a local elected official, I certainly understand when you're sitting on a very large lead, why would one want to address or potentially the minefields that might be involved in such an endeavor, but certainly we're going to have the November election, and Jerry Brown, who's been around this block a couple of times, probably not a bad warm-up, if you will.
Sure.
To getting ready. We'd love to have your participation. Sorry
Thank
to
you.
put you on the spot.
No. Thank you for that invitation. So we have actually agreed to one debate already, which is March 15th, so just a little over a month from now. And then we will do probably 2 or 3 more after that. And you'll be happy to know that you are joined by many other people who want a gubernatorial debate in their town for their issue. So we thank you for inviting me. It's in the queue. We'll decide in the next couple of weeks about what the right thing to do is.
And certainly, as you have indicated, your second most important coalition, the Latino coalition.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are making a very persuasive case. You go. All right. I think we have to end now. I want to make sure everyone stays on time. I'll just close by saying thank you for coming. And I need each and every one of your help. You know what? It's back to the power of many. I cannot do this by myself. I need each and every one of you to help. And there's lots of different ways you can help. First is you can go to my website and sign up for email bulletins. It's megwhitman.com. A couple of times a week we'll send you, an update on what's going on. You can volunteer for the campaign. You can volunteer to help build a coalition, whether it's the Women's Coalition, the 18 to 29-year-old coalition, or the Latino coalition. And we have many other coalitions. We have an agricultural coalition. So if there's a particular passion that you have, that would be fantastic. You can invite me to speak at your group's efforts. There's a place to invite Meg on the website. So I'd love to have you do that as well. And I want you to be part of this. I think we can take California back. I think we can change this state, but I can't do it alone. I can only do it with everyone around this state pulling to once and for all change the direction of where we're headed. And my worry is that if we don't do this now, it's not going to be easier in 4 years. It's not going to be easier in 8 years. So let's seize the day. Let's take California back. Let's focus on having this be the very best place to start and grow a business. Get government spending under control so we can choose what we want to invest in, as opposed to investing in inefficiencies and waste and fraud and abuse. And let's fix our K-12 education system. In many ways, if you have a long-term view, this may be the most important priority. Because if we raise another generation of children who doesn't have the same opportunities that people in this room had, we're going to be really sorry. And I think we can do it. I'm more confident today than I was even 12 months ago that we can change the direction of California. So if you join with me, I'd be grateful, and I really do appreciate the invitation today. Thank you so much.